My players were exploring the Feywild, searching for some anglers who had gone missing. We were all fairly new to the game, so when it came to role-playing, we weren't very comfortable talking in first person. I really wanted to act out what my NPCs were saying, rather than just describing everything, but need to push past the awkwardness that can come with hamming it up in front of your friends. How could I get over it? I had a plan. I'd introduce an NPC with the most ridiculous, awful voice I could come up with, and if I could talk like that, then doing a slightly deeper voice or a bad British accent would be child's play. It was like immersion therapy for D&D. Dive right in, rip off the band-aid, and just do it. And so when my players came across the angler's abandoned boat amid the endless Fey forest they were traversing, I introduced them to a Boggle, a purple little trickster who wanted nothing more than to hoard gold and live in his newfound home. And it went great. Everyone thought the little monster was funny, and I was fully committed to the roleplay. But in fact, it went better than I had even imagined. They decided the little guy had to come with them. I was floored. I truly thought they would kill the annoying creature, take his gold, and keep moving. I didn't even give him a name. Grimly is what I eventually blurted out. But for whatever reason, they wanted him. And after a successful grapple, some persuasion rolls, and bribes involving shiny loot, they had a new companion. 5 real-life years later, and Grimly is still part of the team. He's amassed a small fortune, killed titans, and fought multiple dragons. He actually died in battle, but instead of letting him go, the party raced across the continent and bartered with a fallen demon lord to reclaim his soul. That demon is now restored and taking over the world, a problem they're still dealing with in our game to this day. It's not far-fetched to say that of every NPC I've introduced to the story, that little Boggle has had the biggest impact on the campaign. When I first came up with his dumb voice and plopped him into the world, I had no idea he'd become so important. As a DM, you're constantly either creating or refining characters, worlds, and adventures that you think your players will enjoy. But sometimes they'll latch onto things that you can never see coming, which can end up being even better. When your party becomes attached to a person, place, or thing, use it. Write plot hooks about their favorite barkeep, place their adopted home city under siege, have the villain kidnap their pet. Reward your players for buying into the game and choosing the things they care about by giving them even more meaning. When me and my players talk about this campaign years down the line, they might not remember the boss fight I came up with or every city that they visited, but they'll definitely remember Grimly and his very, very dumb voice. Do you have any characters or things in your campaign that you or your players ended up latching onto unexpectedly? I'd love to hear them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the Bard's College. I make videos about D&D, DMing, and everything in between, so there's more to see. But for now, good luck, and remember, crit your players.